Hi, I'm Snez, personal trainer, healthy lifestyle coach, and your guide to feeling your best. This podcast is a segment from my weekly radio show, Wellbeing Wednesdays, broadcast live on 88.6 Plenty Valley FM. It's all about sharing real, practical tips to help you move more, eat better, and live healthier without the overwhelm. Let's dive in, shall we? Coming up next, this year, what I've really noticed, and I've had to catch myself out because I've done it more times than I'd probably like to admit. And it's something that I'm paying super close attention to because it's starting to impact me. But anytime I set a new goal, especially like a business goal, or I'm wanting to implement a new program or anything that's new and different, I create a plan. So at the moment, I'm running a 6-week program and I wanted to create the marketing to make that successful. And what I find is that as soon as I create that plan, I think that somehow I can outsmart the plan. And this year for me, it's as I mentioned, it's been about business growth. It's been about growing programs. I wanted more structure. I wanted more consistency. And I wanted to run proper promotional campaigns rather than being like starting something and not quite finishing it. And I also wanted to reduce the overwhelm that I was feeling. And so once I created the plan, what I've noticed is that instead of just following the plan, I found myself questioning it. And it was like, is this enough? Should I be doing more? Like clearly there's not enough steps. There's not enough chaos. Maybe I need a different strategy. Maybe this isn't going to work. Maybe I should change it. Maybe I need to add to it. I need to rethink it. I need to tweak it. And then I realized this is exactly what people do with their health, because I'm not doing this just in one aspect of working on these new projects. I tend to do this a lot. And I know that absolutely we do this when we're trying to change our health. So someone that wants to lose weight or feel better, they get started working with me, they come to me, we create a plan, and I give them a very simple structure. And instead of following it, what I realize when we reassess again in 4 weeks' time, they start looking sideways. They're like, oh, maybe I need to be doing fasting. Oh, but she didn't tell me to cut the carbs. Maybe I'm just going to cut the carbs out. Or what about, I saw this new detox. Or what about, clearly I need to be doing more cardio. Oh, maybe the strength training isn't the answer. I should just, go and do more cardio. And the thing is that the plan wasn't wrong. But what is really interesting, that sitting with consistency for whatever reason, actually I know the reason, but it feels uncomfortable. Sitting inside of consistency feels uncomfortable. So what I want to explain is exactly what's going on here, because it's not like a lack of discipline. It's not that you're lazy. It's not that you're not trusting the process, but it's psychologically, there's a term for it, which I only just read about, and I kind of connected the dots for myself and I was like, okay, this is what's happening. So the term is avoidance through optimization, which makes so much sense. And it's when your brain convinces you that planning or researching or tweaking an idea or finding a better way actually feels like progress, because like you're doing something about this, when really it's a way to avoid the discomfort of repetition. Doing the same things every day, it doesn't give you that dopamine hit that our brains are wired to look for. New ideas give us the dopamine hit, new plans, new strategies. It all feels very exciting, like you're doing something great for yourself. But the reality is that results don't come from the excitement, which is what I'm starting to learn. But results come from boring consistency. And here's the thing that I had to learn, and I see this with food and fitness like all the time. But when you feel overwhelmed, and when I'm feeling overwhelmed, when I'm feeling unsure, or when I'm feeling stuck, the answer isn't more thinking. It's not more unpacking. It's actually just doing the next step of the plan that you actually already have. And that realization has just changed everything for me. So instead of asking, what else can I do? or looking up on social media and trying to find, the next best ad, way to run ads or the next best tip or trick. I'm instead asking myself, what's the next step on the plan? And every time I just do the next thing, even if it feels like way too simple, I definitely felt calmer. I felt clearer, I felt more in control, and I knew deep down inside that I actually was progressing and moving forward. So today, I wanted to give you a clear plan that you don't need to overthink. It's not going to be a reset or a detox, and it's not a new you. It's just a structure that you can follow starting today or tomorrow, this afternoon, without the drama of having to find something new. And this simple plan is just a follow the plan health recipe. And I'm going to actually add this into the Wellbeing Wednesdays with Snez, the Facebook group. So jump on there and you can download this plan as a PDF. So I want you to either go to Wellbeing Wednesdays with Snez, find the PDF, or just write it down. And I don't want you to improve it. I just want you to follow the plan as best as you can. And obviously it needs to be within reason and your food preferences and all of that. But as best as you can, try and align yourself and know this is going to lead to reducing your body fat. It's going to increase your energy levels, and it's going to lead to better health. So the first thing that we're going to do is start the day with a cup of water. So within an hour of waking, start the day as soon as you wake up, we're going to start the day with a cup of water. Then within an hour of waking, you're going to eat breakfast. It is going to be a combination of some sort of protein plus veg or fruit and some carbohydrate. So it's going to be eggs on toast with spinach and tomatoes, or avocado and mushrooms, or some yogurt with oats and berries and seeds. That's it. Then you're going to not have anything until your scheduled lunchtime. You can have water, you can have herbal teas, no milky teas, no coffees. Then we're going into lunch. Lunch is going to be a very simple combination of protein plus vegetables plus fat. Think chicken salad with olive oil and avocado, maybe some feta if you wanted to make that a little bit more interesting, or tuna wrap with veggies. Simple. In the afternoon, 3 to 4 hours later, so that's what I'm going to get you to look at, eating every 3 to 4 hours, you're going to have a very basic snack. And for the afternoon snack, we are going to go into yogurt. It could be coconut yogurt, it could be plain Greek yogurt with some fruit, or it could be with some veggie sticks. So you're probably thinking, how do you have yogurt with veggie sticks? Well, I just have yogurt sprinkled with pumpkin seeds and I eat it alongside of my carrot sticks, and it's more savory than it is fruity. But that's very simple. Your afternoon snack, protein plus fruit or veg. And then 3 to 4 hours later, you are going to go into your dinner, which is going to be a quarter of a plate of protein, chicken, fish, meat. You're going to have half a plate of veggies. That could be a quarter plate cooked veg and a quarter plate salad, but it's going to be half a plate of veggies, and then it's going to be a quarter of a plate of carbohydrate, pasta, rice, potatoes, bread, whatever you want to include there is going to be a quarter of the plate, not half of the plate. And then you're going to enjoy that meal and you're going to eat until 80% full. And then after dinner, that's it. The kitchen is closed. No food after dinner. We're going to enjoy either herbal tea or water only. And that is the very basic food plan, as well as adding your cups of water throughout the day. So you're going to add in sort of 6 to 8 cups. Think about where you're going to include them in. Definitely a cup after dinner, definitely a cup before breakfast, but I'd also be including that mid-morning, before lunch, before dinner, around about those times, making sure that you're sipping. Your activity is going to be 2 walks per week. That's it, 20 minutes. And your strength training, if you can add this in, it's going to be 2 per week. You're either going to a gym or you're going to find some strength training workouts, 20 to 30 minutes of what you can do at home. 2 walks, 2 strength sessions, and then your daily foundations that you're going to include, as I mentioned, getting enough water, making sure that you're having your 7 to 8 hours of sleep daily. Plan for them. Don't let your day spill in too late, so it's going to reduce the amount of hours that you get quality sleep. And the last thing is your coffee and milky drinks. You're either having them as part of your meal, eating to 80% full, or you're going to use them as a snack only. We're not adding them in between snacks and meals and then just adding all this extra food intake. But the most important thing is that when you are feeling a little bit like, oh, I don't know if this is working, or overwhelmed or tempted to change any of that, don't redesign the plan. Just stick to the plan. Give yourself a period of time, whether that be 3 weeks or 4 weeks or 6 weeks or 3 months. Just keep returning back to the plan. So you can jump onto Wellbeing Wednesdays with Snez, the Facebook group, and you can grab the plan that I just outlined. But remembering, you don't need motivation. You don't need a new strategy. You need to just keep stepping forward with that same boring day-to-day habits. Just be consistent. And that's how you will achieve real success with shifting body fat and also with your health. Thanks for joining me on this segment from Wellbeing Wednesdays, as heard live on 88.6 Plenty Valley FM. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with someone who might find it helpful and subscribe so you never miss a show. Want to catch the live broadcast? Well, you can tune in Wednesdays from 12 till 2 p.m. on 88.6 Plenty Valley FM, or find my info on Wellbeing Wednesdays with Snez, the Facebook group. Take care, stay healthy, and remember, it's the little choices every day that create big changes. Talk soon.